Go.
Okay, disclaimer. Okay, there's gonna be major spoilers in here for the following things, which
Major
are
spoilers.
Yeah, not spoilers. No, these are much worse. Let me
Spoilers are
tell
like
you.
the higher degree of spoilers, so keep that in mind.
Just keep an open mind.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We've got spoilers for Homestuck because I'm pretty sure we're going to be talking about that a lot.
Oh hell yeah.
That's about the only thing I got.
That's about it. Oh, I have a comic called Acceptance Stuck, which is based off of Homestuck, but it's my own characters, and chances are I'm going to be talking about that as well at some point in one of the future episodes, so beware.
There's spoilers for that,
beware.
too. There's also... We'll call out spoiler warning and then promptly launch
Or we'll
into
just
the
go
story.
straight into it. You'll never know. You never know what's going to happen with us. It's going to be fucking glorious. It's going to be amazing. Okay, we've got... Okay. So, yeah. So, welcome to the Tales and Dragons podcast with me, I guess... should we refer to us by our usernames or by our actual real-life names?
I don't...
Screw it, I'm Andrew, he's Brayden.
I was gonna be like, okay, I'll flip a coin on this.
No, we're not pulling a Terezi. We're not pulling a Terezi. It's gonna be you, me, Andrew, and Brayden. Welcome to Tales of Dragons podcast. Just remember that dragons are a rare occurrence, so, I mean, you never know, man. We can talk about dragons right in this episode, or it could be like 20 episodes down the line when we have a formula set up. You never know.
We actually have a coherent plan.
Yes, I'm not gonna lie, guys. Me and Brayden, we came up with this podcast like a week or so ago over the weekend. And
that's a lie. We came up with this a long time ago, but finally started getting down and trying to plan it out.
Yee.
Yee.
Yee. Oh god. God damn, I broke my ears again. Oh, god. I'm going to edit the audio so it's not as just, like, ear rapey. Oh god. You okay? You okay, Brayden?
Oh god.
Calm down. Oh, where are you going? Come back.
I fell on the floor.
We're 2 minutes and 47 seconds into the podcast, and you just fell off your chair onto the floor. Good job, Brayden. We're professionals here, if you can't tell. Oh my god. Brayden, come back. Are you there, buddy? Brayden, please. Brayden, come back. Come on, man. Like, I can't host this podcast on my own. Brayden. Brayden? Hello? This is awkward. Hi guys. How's it going? Brayden hasn't come back yet, so I guess it's just you and me. Oh, okay. Brayden. Back.
Yes.
I can hear you.
Yes. Really?
Yes, I can hear you.
I'm sending you messages from the other side.
I know. Did you hear me? Where it's like we're 2 minutes into this podcast and you already fell off your chair and you're dying on the floor. Dude, in like the audio files, there's like an awkward like just me alone. Like, Brayden, can you come back, please? Like,
Wait, are we still recording?
Yes, we're still recording. I've been recording this entire time.
Well, yeah, I thought so, but I'm not sure if you stopped to see what the problem was.
I'm keeping that in because that's just gonna be quality right there.
Okay.
Quality content.
Only the best quality.
Only the finest of quality.
I'm afraid to start drinking water again because I feel like I'll die.
Are you gonna fall out of the chair again and you're just gonna drown?
Probably.
Oh god, don't. This is gonna be bad. Bad news bears, man. Bad news bears.
What do we want to start off with?
I don't know. I mean, we're only talking, like, we're just having a conversation, then later we'll go on to our segments.
Well, I'm gonna start telling us.
Oh yeah, you had a story you wanted to tell me yesterday, boss. We were playing Starbound. Yeah. Okay. Go right ahead. Tell me everything. Brayden, your mic went dead again. Brayden, your mic went dead again. This is kind of bad. We're having another pause of silence. Well, not really, because I'm the one talking here, but still. Brayden, I can't hear you if you're talking right now. Brayden, can you...
It's back, man.
Okay.
It's back. Oh, am I back?
Yeah, you're back now. Okay, there we go.
Man, I need to get that weird adapter. I'm not sure if it's just, like, the weirdness of... I don't know, but it's...
Possibly. Okay, but still... Let's get on with this.
That story I was trying to tell. So I was yesterday in just the middle of history class. My teacher gave us another assignment. And he just keeps on piling on just assignment after assignment.
Just
like
pages
projects. Yeah, so projects. And then, so he handed out the project thing.
Yeah.
And then he's like, okay, so... He's listing through, like, the secretaries of, like, whatever, and I don't want to get into it because it's boring.
Like, that's boring.
Yeah, and then he's like, okay, so for the secretary of, I forget what it is.
This is why you're failing history class.
Well, it's a D, it's not failing. Don't tell anyone.
Brayden, this is a podcast. It's going to be uploaded on SoundCloud, Twitter, Tumblr, YouTube. It's going to be everywhere. Come on.
It's fine. So he hands out the things and he's like, okay, for the secretary of like defense or whatever, there's the guy who won is Jeff Sessions. And then he went on to say that this is the guy who said this. I used to think the KKK were good people. Then I learned they smoked pot.
Oh, I saw this. I know about this guy. Because I was on Tumblr yesterday, like I do. And I saw it, like, this guy actually was, like, getting in with them. Oh, no. It was a different guy who was, like, opening a museum and was, like, getting information about the KKK. And basically, he had joined the KKK. But, like, when people were talking about, like, why they hate black people, for example, or something like that, you know?
Yes.
Like, he would actually listen. Like, he would argue with them sometimes, but he would, like, legitimately listen to them. And he has, like, this guy has, like, 22 or something, like, KKK uniforms, like, in his closet because people have sent them. No, people sent them to him after they resigned because they realized, yeah, this is actually pretty fucked up. So they left.
So for the museum?
So, yeah, and so he's, like, actually getting information that would otherwise, like, not reach the public ears and or seeing devices, aka eyes. So, yeah, I thought it was actually really cool. I can't find the... I mean, I could just, like, quickly go on Tumblr and see if I can find it, but chances are I'm going to get a bit distracted again by various articles of porn, music, and art. Okay. And as well as memes. We can't forget the memes. I'm
so many memes.
I'm so sorry. I forgot about the memes temporarily. Worry not, young viewers. I have not forgotten the precious memes. Oh god. Oh, should I tell the pumpkin spice bleach story?
Oh yeah, sure.
Oh yeah. Okay, so I have new school year, and I have to go to electronics class. This is like a new class I'm taking. It's pretty cool. Mr. Smith, which is the guy. Maybe I shouldn't be giving out his name. Whatever.
It's too late.
It's too late for that now. I mean, I can cut it out and then have like a weird lapse in the audio where it's just like, Mr.
I don't think it really matters that much.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going to listen to this podcast unless I eventually tell him. Anyways, so like, I think it was like, oh yeah, so we had to make batteries, and it was like, find some easy to make batteries. I mean, people brought potatoes, limes, and lemons. So I forgot to bring in the potatoes. Justin started yelling at me. Justin's a good friend of ours. He plays the trumpet. I play the flute.
Justin has
yeah, he sits in the back of the class with me. It's really fun. There's like 10 people in the entire class.
That reminds me of the days back in history class where we'd all sit in the back.
Oh yeah.
And play Super Smash Bros. You guys would play more than I would because I actually did my work.
Okay, no need to pull the blame. I mean, come on, we all play
There isn't
Smash.
any blame there.
Shut up. Anyways, back to my arousing tale of intrigue. Basically, we had to make batteries, and people brought in potatoes. I forgot to bring in potato, because that's what our plan was, like, bring a bunch of potatoes and then hook them all up and create as much, like, voltage as possible. So that didn't work, but the next day, I, like, went to lunch and stole an orange from the lunchroom. Stole an orange and then just brought it in. And whilst we were making our battery, they were talking about, like, one group had to have, like, ammonium and bleach in order for theirs to work. And then suddenly, Mr. Smith just comes up and is just like, oh my god, like, it's so stupid. Because he said he found, like, he hates going to grocery stores and he found, like, pumpkin spice everything, right? And then another kid in class goes, like, dude, I was at the store the other day, I saw pumpkin spice flavored bleach. I'm just like, we just started dying of laughter in the back, and I just made a joke of like, yeah, that feel when you want to commit suicide, but at the same time you still want to have that pumpkin-y smell. I'm just like, why would you make pumpkin spice flavored bleach? Is it, I mean, I assume it's like, bleach is actually for your clothes, but I mean, do you want to have like that sweet pumpkin-y like fall scent on your dying breath, on your corpse and your dying breath, and you're just like, ooh, that's a pretty good spell right there. Like,
he died how he lives, loving pumpkins.
I mean, what pumpkin?
Thank you for making that joke.
I had to. I mean, for crying out loud, on Discord, it's our fan trolls, our icons. I mean, for crying out loud, we're gonna make these jokes. I mean,
okay. Now, I'm gonna tell the story of when I first got into Homestuck.
Oh boy.
It was
possible spoilers ahead. Possible.
Yeah, there are spoilers in this story.
All right. Get or go.
So I remember we were sitting in the back of the history class, and
yeah.
You keep talking about it, and I'd seen you sometimes around school, like in the computer lab, reading it. And I remember it was like really far into like Act 6.
Oh yeah, I totally was. 6. I was like hella far into it.
Yeah, and so I remember like the really bad curtains closing on Vriska when she had like, I think it was the juju.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember
and
that.
You were just like, you were like, what the hell is that? And yeah, I just like wheeled around on you. It's like, oh, wouldn't you like to know?
Yeah, so then
because it wasn't at the time. MS Paint Adventures wasn't blocked on the school computer, so I could like read Homestuck. Like, I had Digital Essentials and Honors English in freshman year, and during Digital Essentials, I would always be done because I was good with computers and all the stuff. I was just like, I already know all this crap, so boop-a-doop-a-doo, done. And so I'd just be sitting there reading Homestuck, and people would just be looking at me like, what the hell are you reading? It's like, none of your fucking business. Actually, funny thing, my Digital Essentials teacher, when she first saw me reading Homestuck, I was like reading it, and I was reading like one of the big chat logs. I love the chat logs, by the way. They were freaking amazing. Anyways, and she thought it was like HTML code. And I was just like, and she came up to me, Andrew, are you learning the code? Is this HTML? It's like, no, this is Homestuck. What are you talking about? I'm just reading Homestuck. There's nothing very advanced here except for the art style and the fact that the plot like breaks every conceivable storytelling method. Like, it breaks literally every rule. And like the rules you're not supposed to break when telling a story, like having too many characters. There's a shite ton of characters within Homestuck. You're
breaking
supposed to
all of the walls.
Yeah, the fourth wall breaking is okay. That's like a
they literally broke
the
fourth wall.
They broke the fourth wall, but also there's a point where the wall was even missing. So
No, like when they went to the new session, they literally broke
they
the
actually
fourth
did
wall.
like literally broke the fourth wall.
And then when Hussey broke through the fifth wall in order to fight Scratch.
Oh yeah. Anyways, well, wow. Okay, wow. This really is spoiler territory. But excuse me for that. Anyways, so yeah, what was I saying?
Well, I was telling the story, and then you kind of like completely derailed it.
Oh yeah, I was talking about like Miss Permister. I'm just like, no, this is Homestuck. I'm just reading Homestuck. It's like she's like, oh, all right. Also, I need to like point out the fact that during freshman year, I tried to incorporate Homestuck into literally everything. So like in honors English, we were talking about hierarchy and fiction and stuff, and I just raised my hand, and you know Sunny, right? Like yeah, she was in my class, but he was also my Digital Essentials class, where I did like a visual outline for Homestuck, and I talked about Homestuck to the class, gave like a presentation on it, and Sunny already knew what was in store, and so she saw me raise my hand with the good brick grid smirk on my face, and she was just like cringing, and I'm just like, It's so, like, my teacher calls on me. It's like, yes, Andrew. So, it's like, okay, so, in a webcomic I happen to be reading right now, and, like, people start face-palming, like, because they already know. Like, and I'm just, it's like, so in this, and for, like, there's a race called Trolls, and they have a caste system by blood color. Like, you're red, or like you're like a rust blood, you're like the lowest of the low. If you're Tyrian or Fuchsia, you're like a high empress. And he's like, he kind of looked at me with a kind of confused look at first, and then it transitions like, yes, Andrew. I mean, in fantasy cases, yes, this is how hierarchy works. Other people came off like, it was like a king, and then ever below it was like the council, and then the nobles and the peasants and whatnot. And I'm just so glad I did that. Just it's like, hey, teach, I got something for you. Oh, this is gonna be a great podcast, Brayden. It's gonna be freaking amazing. Tales of Dragons. Anyways,
so we were sitting in the back of the class, and Andrew's trying to get me and Justin into Homestuck. And eventually I was just like, okay.
You in.
I was like, fine, just give me the link address. And you got so excited and you sent me the link address.
I was literally like, the most, like, I was just like, I was so like, he can vouch for me here. I was like, biggest grin on my face and just like jumping up and down my chair, just like, yes. Blame Nick for this. Blame Nick for the one bringing me into this. And like he told me about it, and then I eventually gave into it before freshman year started. And then I just was like, I need to show this to literally everyone. I need to spread the word.
In the good
the good word in the Extreme Teen Bible.
You can't fight the Homestuck.
Oh, yeah, I still know that song entirely by heart. Actually, no, because there's always that one little bit, and it's like, hey, who is even this douchebag? And then it goes on to the trolls. Like, that last verse, right before then, I can get through most of it, and then I just forget, like, a few key pieces, and it's just like, Anyways, so, yes. Yeah.
So then, I remember a little while after that, like a couple days later, I got moved a row in front of Andrew and Justin, and they were talking, and I could hear them talking, and then Andrew said a part about where Gamzee kills Karkat, and I remember then I was like, what?
I have a bad habit of accidentally talking about spoilers, like completely on accident. I'm just like, oh, oops. Like,
then
it's a bad habit. Yeah, anyways.
I heard that, and I was like, I don't really know these characters, but I will look out for this.
Yeah, and it didn't happen till, like, Game Over. That was when Game Over came out. Like, that was 2 years ago, Brayden. Like, that was a really long time ago, and I just realized I've been in this fandom for like 4 years, and so have you. Oh, no, you've been like 3 years, because I introduced you later. But, like, we've actually been this freaking freight train of a train wreck of a comic. It's like,
ever.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's a great comic. It's 10,000 pages. It's longer than, like, the actual longest piece of fiction ever, like, that we have written. Homestuck is longer and probably, like, thousands of times better. But that's our opinions.
They're right, though.
But, yeah, we don't really care about your opinions anyways, so screw you.
Yeah, so then, as I read the comic, I'm always looking out for that. And then on the Meteor, when Gamesy started killing everyone, I was like, oh no, Karkat's gonna die here.
No, bro. Oh no.
And then he lived through that, and I was like, okay, it's like, when is Karkat going to die?
I lured you into such a false sense of security, didn't I?
Yeah, and then eventually I was just like, maybe it's not gonna happen.
Maybe he thought, it's like, I'm thinking like what you were thinking. It's like, oh, maybe he was like talking about a theory or something,
or like
that.
a fan thing,
or like a fan fiction thing, and it was a ruse.
Yeah, got to game over, and then everybody dies, and I'm just like, oh,
right.
Yeah, it's like finally he dies, but then everybody else is dead too. So,
I mean, how do I really reevaluate this?
Yeah, I'm just like, oh
my god, Brayden, this is great. This is a great formula because we're already 21 minutes into this podcast.
Yeah, and I've still got more Homestuck stuff.
Oh yeah. I kind of want to like divert into something else, but really, that really is all we ever talk about. It's just like headcanons and whatnot. So
I'll spice this up for a couple seconds with a really short story.
Alright.
So I got Pokemon Sun yesterday, and there's a mystery gift.
I'm sorry, but can we save this for the game section?
Oh yeah, we can.
Yeah, I forgot. So don't worry, he will continue this radical tale of Pokemon, but later. So you just gotta have to wait for it. Be patient. God damn. God damn, so impatient, our viewers, Brayden. I mean, come on, like, they really want to skip to when you talk about your glorious endeavors within the realm of Pokemon.
It's literally maybe like a 5-minute story.
Yeah, exactly, which is why we're going to put in the segment. I can't reveal the name yet, because we haven't got there yet. Okay, no, actually, I know what I want to talk about to, like, divert from our freaking freight train of a podcast. Just gotta flick that junction lever so we just go off the rails. Let's do this. We're going places, Brayden. Trust me.
Buckle up,
viewers. Buckle up, Todd viewers. Actually, no, Tad. That's the initials of our Tad. No. So, speaking of podcasts, I listen to several other podcasts that I've introduced to Brayden, and I know you love them. Don't you even try to
yes,
you don't.
They're amazing.
Indeed. So, there's the Triforce podcast, which I'm sure if you've followed the Yoxcast, you've heard of, where it's like Sibs, Pyrian Flax, and Lewis, and they'll talk. And it got to a point where they started writing fan fiction.
Excuse me?
No, or like, Pyrian, like, they came up with a character, and then, like, ever since then, like, at the end of every episode, there's like a new part to it. It's just like, it's like what we're doing. It's like what we're going to be doing soon. Spoilers for the end of the podcast. Hey! But, oh god. Oh jeez. Oh, the phlegm. Oh, all the grossness is going everywhere. So that. Then there's Cox and Crendor in the morning. Now, it's also a great podcast, which I introduced to Brayden, and which we're kind of stealing some elements from because we're uncreative. But
we'll find out stuff later on.
Yeah,
seriously.
But it's a very funny podcast. I've sent multiple animated videos from that to Brayden, and I've got him hooked. I've got you freaking hook, line, and sinker on you, Brayden. I got you hooked on this podcast. You're reeled in. A fine catch of the day. You're the great catch, Brayden. It's you.
Yee.
Oh, can I, on the subject of Yee, I'm just gonna quickly say this. So, it actually took a while for us to, like, for me specifically, because I'm the one recording this, to set up, like, Audacity so I can actually record all this crap. And for a couple times we recorded, I finally got to work where, like, Brayden, like, before, he would just be really quietly background, just like, just like,
how are you doing?
Yeah, exactly. But it would just be like very, very quiet and so faint, and just like whenever I talk, it's just like, oh. Anyways, and so I finally got to work, which is like what we're using right now. I got all the settings to work, so where you can hear Brayden, I can hear Brayden, we can all hear Brayden, we can also hear me, of course.
Yes, of course.
Yes. Anyways, and and so we just got a thing where we just go yee.
for just
agreeing to things. We're just like, hey, do you want to go do this thing? Yee. But there's also a thing that when Brayden was over here, he moved to Hawaii or Hawaii for you.
Yeah, I'll be back
phonetic people.
I'll be back in like
no, Brayden, please.
Some months.
I thought you were leaving the podcast. The next couple episodes are just gonna be me alone. Just, hey guys, it's kind of
I'll
boring.
be back.
I thought you were gonna either like leave the room or you're like say you're gonna like already go on hiatus with the podcast. It's the first episode, Brayden. I mean, come on, we need some content before we can like straight up and leave. We need to have a system here. Come on, get your act together, Brayden.
Okay, I've sat back in my chair from looking at the calendar. It's not that far away, but it didn't really
it's
help.
gonna be awesome when you come back. Anyways, and so what we do is basically just like yee, but like throw out our backs.
Oh yeah,
we go on our tippy toes and just go full like.
Yeah, just like full
back bend backwards. Like we'd go on our
floor.
like you went. So here, viewers, is how you do a yee. So you like go up onto your tippy toes, like lock your like it's all one motion. So your legs go completely upwards and forwards, so your knees are locked, and then your upper body just goes completely backwards, and the whole time you just go yee.
And you kind of like lift up your hands like you're flipping a table.
Yeah, it's flipping a table, but as you're going backwards, like bending your back backwards. It's the best thing. And sometimes we ragdoll by accident because we hit the wrong key. I have a problem. Like I can't fall. Like I can't cause myself to fall because I don't like falling. But just like. It's happened sometimes where you just go yee and you try to re-rest yourself back on your feet, but you like stumble and then fall on the ground. Yeah. And so we're like, oh, I hit the wrong key to ragdoll. Oops.
Totally worth it though.
Oh my god, it so is worth it. Especially when it's like me, you, Justin, and Darius, and we were just standing in the field. Darius is another good friend of ours, but we call him a scrub lord. Anyways, it was just us four, and we're like in a weird like square formation, and we just like went yee in like a roundabout fashion. So like Brayden would go yee, Justin would go yee, I would go yee, Darius would go yee, Justin, like, it would just go around and around, and every time, one person at least would fall down, and we'd have to reset. It was just like, yep, this is who we are. We are absolute dorks. No stopping this freight train. Oh yeah. Why am I only using freight trains? Why am I not using, like, other
Because
trains?
Freight trains are very, very strong. And they cause the most destruction. Strong.
Tell me another.
Tell me another story. Alright, wow.
Yeah, that was from League, which I don't play because I hate MOBAs, except for Smite And on the occasional occasions, on the occasional occasion.
Yeah, it's pretty rare when it's on the occasional occasion.
You know that occasion is pretty rare when it's occasionally even an occasion. You know, it's like...
We could just go on forever like that. Just like, the occasional occasion isn't quite the occasion, but it's occasionally on an occasion.
Which, on occasion, can in fact be an occasion. It's gonna shirt. For sure going up already. I can draw that. I still need to actually, draw art for this podcast so we can actually have, an icon on SoundCloud. Or, something in the background if I upload to YouTube. Oh, yeah. God, that was a good laughing fit. It was pretty good. It's pretty good.
Oh, I'll click that. But
Yeah.
I don't think you can hear it, but it's there, man.
You're finger gunning? Are you doing your audible finger guns?
No, I have the thing that just has, hey, that's pretty good.
Oh, that. Bane. Oh, right, Bane. Do we dare talk about Bane?
Not yet. How do I get this extension and send it to you?
I don't know. Oh God, you're gonna send it to me, aren't you? You freaking scrub.
Well,
okay, we'll send it to me after the podcast. After the podcast, even though I already know the meme, everyone knows the meme. It's a good meme. 2016 is just the biggest pile of meme trash ever. It's so bad. We all know this, so it's nothing new. What else can we talk about? No. What else? I mean, I was still talking about podcasts. So I very recently introduced Brayden over here. This little lad. I've introduced this lad to a new podcast. You know what it is.
Yeah, the D&D podcast.
It's a D&D podcast called The Adventure Zone. You gotta say it like that every time. So, in the Adventure Zone, it's basically a D&D campaign between these four guys. One person's the DM, and the other three are the DMEs, the Dungeoneers, I guess.
Yeah, DMEs. Not the DMEs.
The DMEs. That's what we're calling when we finally do a D&D campaign. So yes, I am the DM. You're my DMEs. But anyways, and it's a really funny podcast. It's just a really funny podcast. It's a D&D session, but they make constant references to other stuff, and it's really funny. And random crap happens. So one of the guys is a high elf mage named Taco, spelled Taako, T to the double A co. It's your boy. Anyways, and his whole goal in the entire thing is to discover the secrets to making tacos. That's it. That's his life goal within the session, is to discover tacos.
Yeah, so the whole entire time they're doing this campaign, he's basically getting hints for ingredients.
He can can I roll perception? They were finding a grinding robot, and can I roll a perception check to see if we were to be caught in that, we'd be ground up. And then they later he's like, okay, I'll give you one hint, it's ground. And so they were just imagining Taco taking out a notepad and writing ground water, no, ground stone. It's not ground beef, it's ground something, but it's not ground beef. Or it's not ground water or ground stone, or just crossing them off furiously. Also, this is actually kind of major spoilers for that podcast. But
I'm not even that far, Andrew. Wait, that's going to be major.
To the jellyfish?
I'm at episode 4 still.
Oh, you're still okay. Never mind.
I don't know how to get past that point because the page is set up so weirdly.
Go down to the very bottom of the page. The very bottom of the page, it has page 1, page 2, page 3. Just click on one of the numbers, Brayden. Brayden, come on. Really? People say I'm the idiot here. Come on. How done with life are you right now after revealing this information?
I don't know, man.
He's just like so done, just like, oh, well, time to commit seppuku.
Well, next time on Game Grumps.
Oh yeah, next time on Game Grumps. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna make constant obscure references, so beware.
Yeah, beware of that.
Yeah, I know. But we ourselves are just gonna make constant references to things that don't make sense unless, like, that one listener listening to the podcast is like, hey, I get it, I get the joke. And they, like, show it to their friends, and then they don't get the joke because their friend is, like, a complete loser.
Wow.
Wow, I'm being very offensive to our viewers.
Lines here, man.
I'm being very offensive to our viewers. It's all satire, though.
That's not... Well, let's get some philosophical right now.
Alright.
That sentence made no sense.
Are we about to drop some sick philosophy onto this biz?
Yes, so you say that our viewer gets it, but then the viewer says to their friend, but that is assuming that the friend actually watches the podcast, or listens to it more.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why I just had to talk about that, but that
yeah,
just,
I mean, it's a valid thing to talk about.
You know...
Oh, God. I just look at the audio thing that we created just there, and it's just like, oh, no.
Okay, how long are we in?
We are 36 minutes. So, do we want to... Okay, so Brayden, are you ready to talk strats in our game segment, Talking Strats?
Yes, we will talk about... I can do my story now.
Yes, remember that one spoiler like 10 minutes ago we gave away? This is that spoiler. Get ready, folks.
Well, it's not a spoiler. It's...
I mean, well, it's a spoiler for what's to come in the podcast. So technically, it is a spoiler that they just have yet to get to because they have to listen to our other bullshit that we talk about.
Okay, so
okay, go on.
There's a Munchlax you can get in Mystery Gift.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, okay, I'll just throw it into my party because I'm not sure if I'm actually going to use it because I don't want to have the same party as Jimmy does, who is also another good friend of ours.
Mm-hmm.
We're just throwing out good friend names everywhere.
Mm-hmm. So many good friends. We say, we constantly shit on each other, but it's fine.
So
it's all in the name of love.
So I was using this Munchlax, and I was in a battle, and I looked over and I'm like, oh, it has metronome. And the thing about metronome is, as you probably do know, it can use literally every single move in the game. And I was questioning because I don't use the move enough because I only get really bad moves. And it's like, does it really do every move ever? And I asked, I think I asked Jimmy, I was like, can it do Roar of Time? And he's like, yeah, it can do every move ever. So then, luck has it, I use Metronome, and it uses Roar of Time.
Oh,
my
God.
Immediate,
sorry, listeners.
Reaction. My immediate reaction is, close the DS and tell Jimmy it used Roar of Time. And so then, in the middle of this, I'm like, wait a second. I'm going to have to send a photo so he doesn't think that I'm lying. So then I take literally the worst photo you have ever seen in your life.
Is it like...
I'll send you the photo right now.
Oh my God, send me the photo. It's going to be the image for this podcast.
It is the worst.
Placeholder art.
You can slightly see where the move kind of curves around the bottom right hand of the screen. Because, I'm literally in, darkness, just playing this game.
Oh.
Here you go, Andrew. Literally, you cannot make heads or tails of this picture.
The worst picture possible.
Yeah. So,
oh my God.
Literally, you cannot make heads or tails of this picture. And I realized that after I sent it, and I was just like, oh, this, it doesn't work.
That is a picture. That is certainly something, Brayden. Great job, Morty. Oh. I didn't even try to burp there. I'm just like, Morty.
Yeah, so then I was just like, okay, so I've got the picture. It used War of Time. It literally did, like, minuscule damage, and I was just like...
Of course it did.
Great.
Well, like, of course it did minimal damage, Brayden. It's like a really low-level Pokemon that tried to use, like, a god power.
Well, it used the god power. That's the thing. It just didn't use it well.
It was just shit at it.
Yeah, so literally that was the first time I had ever used Metronome in this game, and it got Roar of Time, and I'm just like, wow, this is like the best luck ever.
Wow, Jimmy wasn't lying.
Yeah, it's like...
The thing is, we're gonna send, like, copies to our friends to see if they want to listen to this, and then Jimmy's just gonna come to me, like, at school, or, like, on Monday, and just be like, Andrew, what'd you say? Huh?
What'd you say, Bruno?
Well, we getting really quiet there.
It was just like you wanna fight me? Come on,
come at me. Freaking go! I graduate top my class in Pokemon in the Pokemon Academy. I have over 300 confirmed battle victories. I actually kind of remember that meme right. I'm proud of myself. I am prude of myself.
I would give you a high five, but circumstances
Virtual high
do
five,
not allow.
quickly. 3, 2, 1.
I high fived I high fived my screen, and it's a touch screen. What is? I don't want to look at that story.
Luckily, you did not have an end call.
Yeah, I didn't have it up.
Oh my god! I clapped. You know, so it's like.
Oh.
Yeah, well, too late. Like, they already have the sound effect of me clapping, and then you hitting your fucking screen. Just like, boo! Oh, I guess it's my turn to talk about games.
Yeah.
Should I tell the tales of Beesbane?
Yes, do tell.
Okay, so... Let's,
This is the story all about how...
about how my fortress got turned flipped upside down.
And I want to take I don't know the lyrics.
Yeah, I don't know the lyrics either.
Give me a second while I
Brayden, don't look up the lyrics, please. Come on. Actually, screw it. Look up the lyrics. We can replace it with dwarf stuff. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air lyrics.
Okay.
Alright. Let's
now, this is a story all about how Andrew's fortress got turned upside down, and I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you how... I'll tell you about the fall of
Beesbane.
A fortress called Beesbane.
That's it?
Well... you know more about the story, so you're gonna have to...
yeah, there's more. Okay, so that's an amazing segue. That's just amazing.
Okay.
Let me tell you all about how my fortress got flipped, turned upside down.
There, I sent the link to you.
Okay, screw it. Let's do this. Now this is a story all about how my fortress got flipped, turned upside down. I'd like to take a minute to just sit right there. I'll tell you how I became the overseer of Beesbane. Okay, I can't go further with this. I need, I can't free rap this. I can't freestyle this.
Okay, what's the name of your fortress?
Beesbane.
No, not the name of the fortress. The name of the
world?
World. Yeah.
I have no clue what the world's name is.
Throw out a name to me.
I don't know. Edgy McEdge.
And West Edgy McEdge. Settled and built.
Oh.
In the forest where my...
Okay, we suck at this. Succumb to pain, Brayden. Succumb to the pain.
No. Okay, fine. I would rather...
Just let me, just freaking,
Oh, well, there are so many more lyrics than I know.
Yeah, I know. There's a crap ton of lyrics. We can do this later. It'll be like a bonus episode.
Yeah, at the end.
Be a bonus episode. Just after we're done with this, we'll stay in the call and come up with lyrics, and then we'll record said lyrics, and then just upload that as a bonus episode to the podcast.
Yeah. But at
Just
the end,
like-
I am freestyle, not really freestyle rapping. I'm rapping the lyrics to Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah, we're gonna both do it at the very end of the podcast. So look forward to it. We're probably gonna get to it. I don't know. Time limits are weird. Anyways, so I'm here in Bees Bay. It's a pretty nice fortress. I'm very new to the game, so I have no clue what the hell I'm doing. And so what ends up oh god, dwarves in my throat. But dang murlocs. But I said dwarves, shut up. I know what I'm doing. This is my life. I can do what I want.
I understand what I'm doing, but you do not understand what I
myself am doing with my free time, which may or may not include short creatures with beards that may or may not be known as the dwarf or dwarf.
that may or may not be crawling up and down my throat.
that may or may not be digging various tunnels through my throat walls. Just digging there, it's like, Ernest, it's too tough. We can't break through. Dig harder, harder, stronger.
You must dig harder and stronger to get
I
through
like
the
now
wall.
that I just have not throats. I have multiple throats. I have many. I have a multitude of throats, of which I only use one. No, I meant to say how, we just create this headcanon for the viewers, where I just have a bunch of dwarves in my throat, just digging around. No wonder I have so much phlegm and coughing so much. They're just, digging around, it's like, we can't breathe!
Yeah, whenever you open up your mouth and they see the sunlight, they throw up and add more phlegm.
Oh yeah! Right up my mouth, and they haven't seen sunlight for probably years. They just bleh, and it just becomes more phlegm. It's like, guys, we need to stop vomiting. There's too much phlegm. We can't break through. It's
It
too
just
bad.
keeps hardening.
It just keeps happening, man. We warned you, dog. Anyways, back on track here. Let's quickly flip back that junction lever and go on. Anyways, so Bees, man. Yeah, we had 2 squads military. They're training and whatnot. I suddenly get a siege. Now, I thought it was okay. The thing is, I honestly thought we were gonna be good because I looked in the units list and it looked like only 10 goblins or 10 goblins, 5 big dogs. I could deal with that. No, I was so wrong. It was horrible, Brayden. It was a massacre.
Yeah.
So, the thing is, a siege can come, but it's not like they all spawn in at once. They kind of trickle in, and so, as I looked for where they were coming from, just more and more and more. There was just an army on my doorstep. So, when it was, early on, it's I'll just send my military out to deal with them. Soon enough, there was 50 goblins and 20 big dogs and 5 trolls. And I'm just oh shit. It's so also I have our friends are in the fortress. Justin is the militia leader. Yeah, he got killed. He was one of the first to go. He also, a funny thing is he's in the Nekos squad. Don't ask why. It's a long story. Justin loves Nekos. He does love Nekos. It's not that long of a story. I lied to you. I'm sorry. But I lied to you. I'm sorry. No, but so God, I'm trying to get over that now. Anyways, and they were the marksmen, and so when a dwarf runs out of bolts, they don't retreat and go to get more bolts. They instead charge into battle and start bashing people over the heads with said crossbows. It's I'm out of bolts. Quickly, charge! I'm just God damn it. Anyways, they died. And we killed a couple? No, actually, I think we only killed 3, and then it's like, okay, lock the fortress down. And then, like, I basically enlisted literally every dwarf I could except for the children into the militia. And I just ordered them all to stand, like, the hallway, like, the entranceway into the fortress where the drawbridge was. And Brayden's sitting with me, well, not sitting with me, like, he's in the call with me. And he's just listening to me talk about all this crap going down.
Yeah.
I'm just like, Brayden, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of just want to, like, tear down the drawbridge. Just like afflictedly, these dwarves. I am like someone. I'm thinking just sending someone to go pull the lever, and he's like, no, don't do that. Like, remember, you're like trying to coax
you
me
can
not
still
to do
kind of
that.
like salvage this situation somehow.
Also, at the same time, you were playing Stellaris, but I guess we'll talk about that after I'm done here. Anyways, and so I finally give in to pain. I unlist one of my military dwarves, and I tell them, go pull the lever. It was such a convoluted way for him to go pull the freaking lever. It took forever. Like, the guy, I unlisted him, he grabbed a fish from a stockpile and we started dissecting it. I'm just like, mate, we are under siege. Now is not the time for you to... Now is not the time. Just pull the lever and let everyone accept their fate. He, like, went to, like, the dining hall, ate, like, a meal, like, then went to go to bed. I'm like, okay, screw you. I'm like, I turn off all levers except for pulling a lever. The only thing, he still didn't do it. He went to sleep, got a drink, probably took a piss somewhere. Like, he did everything but. And so I enlisted a few other people in, and then, like, after I did that, like, a few minutes later, he finally pulled the lever. I'm just like, I'm so glad you're gonna die. I am so glad you were just gonna die in, like, just gore. And so, yeah, the lever did flick open. The, previously, like, outside, the goblins and trolls and stuff were just killing every animal they see. And, like, there was a group of goblins and trolls just in the tree, because I guess they followed a chicken up there. I don't know. But, anyways, so, like, they realized, oh, the drawbridge is open. Time to, like, come in and go attack them. Yeah, they killed everyone. Except, so, like, they killed everyone. And then they, like, got down into the fortress. They were, like, toppling over my statues, breaking down doors. They killed, like... Yeah, they killed, they killed all the, like, the guests that we had, because we had, like, a tavern. They went in there, killed them. And then, like, they went to the bedroom quarters and killed the children. However, I still didn't get the game over screen, because guess what? There is one last dwarf. There was a single dwarf, because I had to... There was a person in the hospital who was injured, and they needed water to, like, help treat it. And they didn't have really a proper water source, because you need a well over a river, or, like, water source of some kind. I didn't want to build it over a river, because I was like, I kind of want to, like, defend this place so that that doesn't happen. Like, also, there's carp in the river. Carp are nasty. They eat dwarves. They're the same as... Yes! Carps are the same size as a dwarf and are aggressive and carnivorous. Thus, they actually will eat dwarves.
That's retarded.
And, well, it's the carp stands up, Brayden. The carp does, in fact, stand up. Anyways, and so I, like, started, like, digging a reservoir to, like, prepare, like, during the winter, I was essentially going to dig the drawbridge and, like, have the water flow in. The thing is, that guy... I kind of trapped it down there by accident. And so, when this whole siege blew over, he was the only one left. He or she, I think it was actually a she. She was, like, the only one left in this dark, muddy place down in the depths with her pick. And she was just starving and dehydrated. And it's just, like, really sad because, like, literally all of her friends are dead. They are all gone. None of them lived. And she's the only one left, and basically she's the only one keeping my fortress alive from, like, it going, hey, game over, try again. Losing is fun, remember? Yeah. I mean, it is pretty fun because of the various ways you can go out in a fortress, like Forgotten Beasts, disease, zombies, zombinos. So yeah, and then the game crashed. The game crashed because there were like too many units, and luckily, it was all a dream.
Yeah, so the game crashed and it saved before the siege happened.
Exactly. Like the last time I saved it, because I'm terrible at like constantly saving. So the last time it saved was during way before the siege happened, and before I'd even like dug out the necessary things to like do the well. So I'm just imagining like this was Udib's nightmare. Like this is a bad dream she had. And then she woke up, everyone was still alive, that one guy still had his right foot mutilated, everything was A-okay. And so, yeah, my fortress is actually, the Fortress of Beesbane lives another day. And as soon as I, when the game crashed, and I brought it back up, and I realized the save was right, I was like, okay, now I'm expecting a siege, so I'm just gonna make a huge stockpile of battle axes. Like, I'll be ready for the next time.
Yeah, you might also want to make a bunch more bolts so your military doesn't rush into the front line.
No, the thing is, the Mark Swarms rush it anyways. They just do. They just don't care. They're stupid. At the same time, very smart, but it's like, they're like a common sense stupid, like I am. Wow, actually, I just realized that they're exactly like me in that respect. I lack common sense, but I'm actually pretty smart. Anyways, do you want to talk about Stellaris, or do you want to move on to the next segment?
I'll do some Stellaris real quick.
Don't play it.
Yeah, I know. So, when I booted up Stellaris,
and
I decided to...
Okay, who please explain quickly what Stellaris is?
It's like... That's a really good question.
Well, for starters, I'm going to start off quickly. Dwarf Fortress is just like an ASCII game. It's very in-depth and complicated. It's very cool because of all the crazy crap that can happen. There's Fortress mode, Adventure mode, which you can take control of one character and go through the world. And there's the worlds already have a pre-generated history behind them and whatnot. It's really cool. Anyways, back to Brayden.
So Stellaris is it's one of those games. It's a triple X game. It's explore, expand.
Okay. For those of you who, it's not a porn game. This is not Stellaris XXX.
Oh,
yeah, it's not that.
It's a 4X game, is what I meant.
Yeah.
So it's explore, expand, exploit, and exterminate. So basically, you take over.
Oh, you have an empire, you start off like a race. Oh, Brayden, your mic cut out. Oh no, it's in the middle of his story as well. Quickly, leave and join back in, Brayden. Go, Brayden. Dang it, we were going so well as well. Brayden, come on.
I think it's you.
Oh no! Oh no, you're back. You're back.
Yes, I'm here. I'm not dead.
Okay.
So, you take over a species of aliens that you customize to have different traits, like they're militaristic, or they like peace, or they like science, or they're religious.
What have you?
Yeah, so then I decided to put in a few mods, and I literally made the Empire from Star Wars. Ships and all.
Yeah, he had a vast assortment of Star Destroyers.
Yeah, that was the best.
It was.
So then I decided that, hey, I'm gonna make the Empire militaristic, and as a mod, make them like to expand a bunch, and also put on a mod that allows me to have as many planets as I want, because I really do not like the idea of giving up my planets to a faction that may or may not turn on me later in the game.
Yeah, so he's just everything must be mine.
Yeah, so after a while, I played in a small map because I've never actually won a game of Stellaris before, even though I've sunk 60 to 70 hours into this game.
Yeah, he's played it a lot. It's one of those games,
It's really fun.
Morty. Ugh.
Morty.
Anyways.
So then, eventually I get into a faction, or an alliance and a faction, which is basically like, it's a bunch of people who work kind of like in a committee and make like votes against like going to war to people. And so at some point, like before I was in the faction with these people, they killed this group of people kind of in the middle of the map and made their own people. Well, not really like exterminated them, but just
like enslaved them and conquered them.
Basically.
Oh, I see.
So then I was like, okay, that's fine, because literally these people were deciding that everybody's going to be our enemy in this world, or in this galaxy. And it's like, well, yeah, nobody likes them. They have no friends, so they just get crushed.
They are losers.
And then eventually I go into the faction, and I realize, I'm like, wait a second, I'm the leader right now. That means I can go to war with people. And
wait a minute, I'm the leader.
Yeah, so then, well, at the time I thought you had to be the leader to go into wars with people, but I think it's like, if you're the leader and you want to go into war with people, it has it to the point where you can actually like take planets.
Like you have an advantage if you have like an opinion. So like you say like, I think we should all be eating, like we should place all rations with Pringles, and
people would
like,
be more
Pringles,
inclined to it.
Yeah, so if you say, okay, listen up, my homes, I got the simple plan. How about we replace all of our military rations with Pringles? And they're all like, I don't like Pringles that much. And other people are like, dude, Pringles thing. Dude, like, think about it. Everyone gets Pringles. Like, the whole galaxy gets Pringles, or everyone within our reach. It's like, it's pretty good. It's like, dude, Pringles are freaking amazing. Space Pringles, man. It's like the best thing ever. Guaranteed to, like, make you grow all of your limbs that you need. It's like the best Pringles. And then they're like, okay, I guess it makes a good point. And they like they vote for it. And it's like Space Pringles for everyone. Anyways.
Yeah. So also one of the mods that I didn't know I put in, or it's like a tag along for another mod.
Yeah.
But literally, it makes you have so many resources that I was drowning in resources.
I'm so rich.
Yes. So I've got like basically an entire fleet that would probably take a really long time, only took me like a really short time. And I'm like, okay, let's just start going to war with everybody we can to get them into my not my empire, but into our faction, because
secretly empire.
Yeah, literally.
In secret. Just like, yes, join our faction. We are not conquering the galaxy.
There's a species of people. They're called fallen empires, and they are like literally the strongest things in the game, because even though they have like 3 planets, they have the biggest military technology.
Yeah, but like, Forgotten Empires, think of literally every sci-fi like story where like this ancient race comes back from the dead, or like someone finds their ancient technology and it comes back to life and they kind of like destroy everything. That's what that is. It's
they
literally
do
what that
not
is.
like
It's
anyone.
every plot ever from a sci-fi game in space. It's literally that. Anyways, continue.
Yeah, so then I'm like, okay, we're gonna have to kill these people at some point if I want to somehow have a chance of like quote unquote winning, because I still have no idea how you win this game except for maybe get everyone in a faction. So I'm like, okay,
kill everyone who opposes you.
Yeah, so first I'm like, maybe we could just take them out at this stage, because my friend is like gigantic. We couldn't take them out at that stage. It was like a massacre. So then I reloaded the save and was like, okay, let's...
Okay, I'm sorry, but I'm going to quickly point out that whilst he was going through his campaign and fighting these people, this was also during the time when I was under siege by goblins.
Yeah, so...
point that out. We're in a call together. He's talking about space and, like, all these, like, ships dying and whatnot. I'm sitting here, like, everyone's dying in the fortress. Anyways.
Yeah, so I had a few, like, I decided, and kind of dragged my friends into it, that, hey, we're going to go attack this person who's, like, a little bit stronger than me, but my friend can totally take. So then it becomes kind of like a tug of war between my fleet and their fleet. Their fleet is like maybe 1,000 or 2 stronger than my fleet. Maybe like 2,000 to 3,000 stronger. So then I'm kind of like going into these systems trying to take them over, and then they'll come in and then I'll leave.
Yeah.
I feel like it had to have been like 5,000 or something, because it was really big. It was marginally bigger, and I was like, there's no way I could take these people. And then eventually, I was just like, screw it. I'm going to weaken their military to the point where it's easy for my friends to just get in and take over all their stuff, and then we'll just win anyways.
Yeah.
So then I go into battle with them, and our fleets just demolish each other, and I've got 4 ships versus their like 12 or something, and I'm like, okay, guys, time to blink out of here. They're like, get out of Dodge.
Yeah, just trying to duck out.
Yeah, so then I get them out, and then they just surrender because their fleet is not strong enough to really go over another attack. And I'm like, yes, we win, and now they're part of our empire. And then I decided, like, okay, now I gotta rebuild my own fleet again, which is gonna take literal ages.
So you have to expand into other places?
Yeah, so I've expanded north and south of my area, but the only problem is there's other people that in those areas. So after a while, and after a couple border expansions techs, I'm able to actually connect my empire instead of having like 3 blobs of it. It's now kind of gone into one blob.
We are one. We are the mind. The hive mind. Oh, yes, you're going to talk about space dwarves.
Oh, yeah. So one of the planets inside of my territory, while I was talking to Andrew, they're basically space dwarfs.
They are. It is amazing.
Just Continue. They live underground in one of my planets, and at one point they gave me minerals, and they also like killing heretics that do not believe what they believe.
Basically, it was like the Great Nothing, was it?
Yeah,
like,
the overworld.
They never
was the
thought
Great
that
Nothing.
someone from the Great Nothing would come to them because they didn't figure out space technology.
Well, yeah, so they live underground, and the thing is, they live on an ocean planet, so most likely, they're underground and underwater. So most likely, their experience with the surface or the nothing is water flooding into their tunnels and killing them.
Yeah, so also like they talked about like how they have grand civilizations like underneath, and I'm just gushing to Brayden like these are actual space dwarves. Like you can't even lie to me; these are legitimately space dwarves. Like like there are also there was a group of heretics that like came out. I mean, I guess there are islands on the ocean planet, possibly. Yeah. So like they came out with one of the few islands. And they were, like, trying to get away because they, like, believed otherwise. And they were like, kill the heretics! Mah!
Yeah, and they were like, okay, so we'll come with you to the surface, but then our friends will be mad. And then I was like, Andrew.
Oh, wait, hold up.
Yes. So then I just flip a coin, and I'm like, send them back into the depths. And then we become friends.
Back to the depths with you, foul scum.
Yeah, so then we become friends with
Rebel
the
scum.
Empire more.
I mean, technically they are.
Yeah, just back with you, rebel scum.
Anyways.
So then they go back in the depths. It's like, okay, yay, now we're friends with the dwarves more. And then they're like, okay, now we saw some of your weapons and we want some of your weapons. And then my military commander's like, that's not wise. And I'm like, they're our friends. They're not going to be able to turn on us. And even if they
they're
did...
dwarves. They haven't seen the sun in millennia. They're fine.
I'm not even sure they've seen the sun at all, since they don't like going into the Great Nothing at all.
Yeah.
So they probably don't even know what the sun is.
Or, they probably do have, like, maybe they do. Are we seriously gonna sit here and create a theory about space dwarves?
Maybe.
Are we seriously gonna sit here and talk about space dwarves? It's just like, this is what our podcast is gonna be. You guys tune into this. This is your fault, not ours. We are simply victims. We are victims here, not you. We are. You're the one who chose to listen. Anyways.
Yeah, so then it's like, well, if they end up uprising and like somehow taking over my world, I've got a fleet of like 60,000 troops that will march in and completely wreck them. So it'll be fine. And then after a while, they're like, "Oh, we're gonna send a caravan of gems up to you, like really precious minerals."
Okay.
And
this was also when he told me about the caravans. I just freaked the hell out because that's how caravans. That's how it works in Dwarf Fortress. Like that's how you get trading working. And so caravans of gems, they really are dwarves.
Yeah, and it was like I appreciate the gesture, but literally I took the gems, but they made no dent in my
made no
money.
impact in his vast wealth.
Yeah, it's literally maxed out. It's ridiculous. So then, that's about as far as I got, because I still have to take over all the other smaller places, and then everybody in the galaxy under one flag federation are going to go fight the Fallen Empire and see how we do.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably going to be poorly.
It turned out very poorly, didn't it? I'm trying to remember it myself.
The first time it did, it was bad.
The second time was
No, I haven't fought them a second time yet. I just fought them the first time.
Okay, so that's it for Stellaris. That's it for Talking Strats. Okay, Brayden. Okay, the next it's the good one, the one we've been looking forward to here on the Tale of the Dragons podcast. Prompt time.
Yee. So
quick little thing here. So whilst we were talking, whilst we were in the call with the Stellaris and Dwarf Fortress, I was also on Tumblr looking at the memes, the videos, the memes, and I follow a Tumblr account called Writing Prompts, and it's basically it's a one sentence thing or something like "This is the world now," and basically you reblog with a story. And so Brayden and I did actually write a story. It was like a game of tag happened.
Yeah.
It was like a game of tag happened. I don't have the exact story, but basically it was a game of tag. Like you were it from the last game of tag, but it was in your childhood. And so Brayden and I were like, it's like 20 years later. And it's like a horror movie, like a horror story. So a good old Bobby's sitting on his couch, and the phone rings, and it's like, hello. And he picks up. It's like, hello. It's like a gruff voice answers. This is Ryan. Ryan, I haven't seen you in ages. How's it going? It's like, it's going pretty good. Where do you live? It's like, I thought you would have known. It's on 5th Manager Street. I'm surprised I remember that. It's like, okay, thanks. And then the line gets cut, and then you hear a knocking at the door. Basically the whole story is you're still it from a game in your childhood, but you're determined to keep it going. So he opens the door, and it's like, Ryan, what are you doing here? Boop! I did it! And runs away. And then it dawns on him, I'm it. I'm it. It is me.
I am the it.
I am it. That was the whole story, and it was amazing. So that's what we're going to be doing right now. I found a writing prompt, by the way. I found 2 good ones. Actually, I found 3 good ones. So,
whoa,
Brayden, I'm gonna read these 3 prompts out to you. So the first one. The first one actually has to deal with the title. Dragons are discovered, but few people can train them. A Tumblr user trains one to violently dispatch people who publish shitty posts. Yeah, you see why it has to deal with us, Tale of the Dragons? Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Also, I figured that's when the dragons would come into play. Either we talk about Homestuck and Power Spike comes out, or...
Well, yeah, he is always next to me at all times.
He always has it strapped to his left arm, constantly, a plush of Power Spike. Anyways, okay.
If only when I squeezed him, he made a squeaking noise.
Anyways, and the next post
amazing.
is, like the Matrix, you manage to escape the simulation and wake up in your real body. Unlike the Matrix, you realize that your real body is not human.
Oh.
So, dude, we can incorporate modern fantasy and make it a dwarf or something. Or, in fact, make it a dragon. That actually would be really cool. Just incorporate
like,
dragon into every story.
It'd be like that Rick and Morty episode where they go into the arcade.
Oh, and they take, like... It's like they take care of one guy, and it's like they see how long you can last, and like how fulfilling of a life you did. And it's like he like died because he fell off a chair.
Yeah, and he got crushed by the carpet.
Like the shelf or something, whatever. So that's very cool. And then the third one, which is actually very cool. I really like this one. Years into the future, nearly all clothing has become some sort of super advanced biosuit. A pair of shoes makes you run faster, like Sonic. Okay, the like Sonic part is my own touch. Straps that give you upper body strength, jackets are bulletproof, etc. As a result, fashion runways have transformed into fashion gladiatorial arenas.
Oh.
So, like, that would make it much more interesting. Can you imagine, like, instead of a runway, it's like it's the Colosseum in Rome. And they're just like, Hurrah! You've seen all the crappy fashions, right? Like,
yes.
Like the trash bag and stuff like that. And I'm just imagining. Okay. Do you want to do this one, or do you want to do the first one with dragons?
So what was the first one again?
Okay, the first one was dragons were discovered, but few people could train them. A Tumblr user trains one to violently dispatch people who publish shitty posts.
So that means it would somehow have to find you and hunt you down.
Exactly. So, like, let's call him, like, fucking Power Spite, I guess. It's you. You are the Tumblr user.
Yes, but I don't have Tumblr. It doesn't matter.
It's loop around. It's fiction. It's fiction, Brayden. It is alternate world. No, but you're just scrolling on your dash and you see a really shitty post about like let's just go with this one. Screw it.
I was cruising around the Tumblrs and I saw a post that was just so bad about Homestuck, and I was like this
bashing Homestuck.
Yeah, I cannot stand for this, and I had Pyrospat, and I'm like, this person, I need you to get rid of her.
Okay, we're gonna do this. So I'm actually gonna have a document. I'm gonna create Brayden, we're gonna do this. This is gonna be fully real. It's gonna be so real, Brayden. It's gonna be so real. You're not even gonna believe how weird, real this is. So, okay, so we have to come up with some kind of backstory that dragons have been discovered, or like, it's like dragons are real now.
Okay.
So, it has to be like we all thought that those bones that people thought were dragons, that people thought were dragons,
actually were dragons.
Those bones that were those dragon bones that people thought were fake were actually real.
Yes, and using the science.
Are you gonna pull Jurassic Park on this? But with
I was literally going to say that.
Oh my god, I know the story name. Draconic Park. Draconic Park. That works.
Well, I'm not sure if you could put park in there.
Okay, it's not park, but like, I don't know. We all thought that those dragon bones. I need to get rid of that comma. That comma is fake. That comma is fake. It doesn't exist. I don't believe in it. No, were fake. Turned out to be real. A scientist. A paleontologist and his biologist friend, Dr. Draco.
Dr. Draco Malfoy?
No! Biologist and his biologist friend, Dr. Draco Malfoy. No, just Dr. Draco. Dr. Draco Malfoy.
Definitely Malfoy.
Yeah, it's gonna be Malfoy with an I. So instead of Malfoy, it's gonna be Malfoy. I mean I. Malfoy. It's your boy. It's your boy. A paleontologist. We all thought that those dragon bones were fake. Turn out, I should probably put they. but they turn out to be real. A paleontologist, a biologist friend, Dr. Draco Malfoy, discovered
a way to bring dragons back.
Actually discovered that these bones were authentic. And they worked to bring them back from the grave.
So what's probably going to happen is that the dragons, somebody's going to be able to train the dragons and then overthrows some kind of government.
No.
And so,
it's just a Tumblr. Oh, wait.
Yeah,
what if like a mass of dragons have like come back? Like after... Yeah. Oh, and then they I see what you mean. And then there's a few people who actually can train them.
Yeah, so it'd be like a Pokemon-esque thing where it's
God damn it.
No, kids are brought up and they can see if they can train the dragons.
Or they have a special connection to them.
Yeah, so then they have them kind of as a lifelong partner.
A paleontologist.
Well, yeah, it could be like a rich kid thing where you can go to this place to see if you can have a dragon.
Or what if it's just a course you could take in high school?
Well, yeah, if you've got the aptitude.
Yeah, and if you have it, you become you get your own dragon and you imprint on it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So after a few failed experiments, they finally succeeded. They finally succeeded in resurrecting, I should say. Yeah, resurrecting, that sounds good. Resurrecting these dead dragons.
These glorious beasts.
Oh yeah, that's what it should be. These glorious beasties. Beasts. They finally succeeded in resurrecting. Also, or do we want to have the Smaug thing where they could talk and are really wise?
Well, yeah, probably in your mind though. So instead of talking out loud.
In Aragon?
Yeah, they're psychic.
Telepathic to people who actually can detect it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're authentic and they would work in the bring back to the grave. After a few failed experiments, the Fox scene resurrected these glorious beasts from the afterlife, I guess, or from the grave. Afterlife sounds better. And the project was a success.
Yeah.
Dragons. Do we want to have a project gone wrong, or?
Probably not. This is just supposed to be a small story about the dragon.
So
going
after a few
failed
experiments, I imagine the failed experiments were they kinda had it, but not really.
We'll have that in, I don't know, if we make another story and somehow can incorporate that.
Dude, it's gonna be episode 30. It's remember that dragon story?
Yeah, it's coming back, Nate.
It's coming back with the force, yeah. They finally succeeded in resurrecting Columbia, and the project was a success. Now dragons roam the earth, and actually aren't that dangerous. They are dangerous. Yeah. Obviously, they fire and stuff, but they're kind of passive and roam the earth, and all of them are pretty passive. Pretty passive. After this event, people were starting to be born, born with a unique sense. A unique draconic sense, we'll call it.
Or their sense has finally been, awakened?
Oh. No, draconic sense. They're just born with it. A new generation comes out kind of deal. Or, no, actually, yeah. People, some people, were, suddenly gain the ability to talk to dragons, these dragons and communicate with them.
Yeah.
It was after
the ability was awakened inside of them.
Yeah, after some suddenly gained the ability to talk to these dragons.
This is a story in the making, viewers.
Yeah,
people.
Yeah. Almost like Cox and Crendor listeners. You guys don't listen to Cox and Crendor unless you like. After we talked about it, immediately stopped listening to this and went to them. We're stupid. And I'm like, nah, we're cool. We're cool. We're chill. Now dragons roam the earth, and all of them are pretty passive. After this event, some people suddenly gain the ability to talk to these dragons. And special bonds were formed. Like between and special bonds were formed between them. Then it has to go to you. It's like,
or maybe like a story has surfaced on the news about an attack or something.
No. Oh, it's like, oh yeah. Some people just had these dragons as friends. As friends. It's not like they're like connected like that. They're not pet and master. They're friends. Like it's a bond. Some people just had these as friends, someone to talk to, kind of deal, and like get them places and transporting them to like faraway lands.
Yeah, if these dragons are gigantic.
Yeah, like there's for the few people who have like commercial airlines, dragons have been introduced into the fight. It's like, come on, get on Aragon or Basinger or whatever. Just like, it's like, it's a big.
I don't want to.
Hey, what do you have to say about that? Oh, I just imagine like now like airports come equipped with like giant vats full of meat. And like sheep meat and whatnot, so like you can feed them, and like fish, so you can actually like, it's like they have to refuel. It's like, how do they refuel? And they just like there's a big like pickup truck that comes along, like bringing back like a trailer full of meat, and just like wolf it down like.
Just imagine if they could like hold pencils in their hand, just in the middle of class, just arm like wing raised. It's like, yes. And just like telepathically to like the teacher only, just asks a question.
Oh my god, they could still cheat.
Well, maybe.
Oh, okay. Out of event, some people suddenly gain the ability, and someone talked to them and transporting to faraway lands. Others started businesses in which like they could be used, but like they took care of them obviously because like it was their own dragons.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like. Other started businesses which dragons could fill roles, right? Like hauling like transport again, like cargo transport, and like smithing, so like melting alloys, because it's Dragonfire. Dragonfire is like the hottest
thing ever,
such as a forge, such as a forge or cargo haulers. However, some took a much darker turn. Also, I'm just gonna point this right now. We might not be able to get to news japes because we're already an hour and 28 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah, this has been going on for a while. So
I want to tell this like one news story though, but continue on.
Okay. However, some took a much darker turn, and in remote countries, they took. They took over their government.
Yeah.
I was one such person. I was kind of like that. Let's put that. Me and my dragon Power Sprite lived together in an apartment.
Yeah.
I mean, they can all be of varying sizes. I mean, not all of them are going to be, like, freaking gigantic monsters. Like, it's going to be, like, How to Train Your Dragon type dragons. Well, no. Well, they're going to be, like, they're all going to be, like, dragons, like, from, like, medieval, like, Dark Age dragons that people talk about. Like, not Eastern dragons, but, like, Eastern dragons and then the Western dragons, you know. Like, like those are the only kinds, but they just all come in different shapes and sizes. Like That's it. So Power Sprite is small enough.
Smells good.
It's small enough to live in an apartment with you.
Did you hear what I said?
It smells good.
Yeah. I just kind of just grabbed him and, like...
Sniffed him.
Yeah, sniffed the top of his head before I pet him, and he smelled good. Yeah, I've got the cape. Should I wear the cape for this story?
No, it's fine. But, I mean, no. Just,
no?
Okay, so like, Power Sprite, it's small enough to live in an apartment with you, but it's also big enough and strong enough to still, like, carry you around and, like, ride into battle. Well, not really, but I was kind of like that.
That'd be amazing. Just away.
Me and my... I have to go to school. Power Sprite, let's go. Could you imagine, like schools now have, like, areas where you have to park your dragon?
Or, yeah, like landing strips.
Landing strips. Well, they don't really need landing strip. They're really good with that. Like, you just kind of
like a helicopter pad.
It has a big D on it. Like a big, like, flaming D. Like flame lettering.
Just, hey guys, where did the budget for the school go? It went for that flaming landing pad.
Well, it's just a graphic. That's what I meant. I didn't mean actually flaming.
Just like, why did we sink our... It's like, when did we get that? It's like, oh, like, a month ago? It's like, oh, that's why the... Like...
That's why the band doesn't have that much money. Meanwhile, our band teacher...
It'd be like, Andrew, it'd be like Elowen with that group project we did in biology class.
Oh, yeah.
Played French horn.
Oh, right, Elowen! I forgot about her.
Do I still have that picture?
I don't think we do. But,
I think I might.
Real quickly, are you still on the call?
Yeah, I'm still...
Okay.
I'm
Which
walking.
way you can hear me?
Hey, I'm walking in.
Walking in. But Brayden and I was in a biology class, and we were talking about genetics, and the genetics thing was dragons. It's like dragons who have multiple wings, no wings, kind of deal. And ours was Elowen. We took care of them. Like, it was one of
the best.
And, like, you had to draw a picture of them and stuff. I made a 3D model of her. Like, I made a clay. I made out of clay. It wasn't that good. But it was her, damn it. It was our precious snowball. She was green.
Yeah.
I mean, vomit ball? I don't know. Anyways. So, me and my Dragon Power Sprite lived in an apartment. And I loved going on Tumblr.
I somehow got hooked on it.
I love going on Tumblr. I somehow got hooked on it. From all the post stories my friend Andrew told me about.
Yeah.
My friend Andrew told... Oh god, it lagged there. Me about... Yeah, you know how, like, sometimes Google Drive, like, lags?
Yeah.
When you type it? Yeah, it was doing that. Hooked up all the post stories my friend told me about. Friend Andrew told me about. And yeah. Now, I follow a good amount of people. I follow a decent amount of people. And every once in a while, I stumble upon a post that I just hate.
I just dislike very strongly.
I just, like, hate with a burning passion. I also happen to be an elite hacker.
An elite hacksaw.
Yeah, everyone's I stumble upon I just hate with a burning passion. Power Sprite. No, but it's Power Sprite. Power Sprite happens to know. Happens to have a unique ability.
Yes.
Have a unique ability where they can, like, trace the, like, where the message trace where the message comes from and go there. We found this out after, like, like you guys found this out after, like, I posted something It wasn't bad, but it was like, hey, I wonder. Like, Power Sprite looked at it and like started trying to go out the window.
Yeah,
like,
just
okay.
Gotta go there.
It's like, okay, like you roll with them. And it's like, oh, hey, how's it going? It's like, gotta come something goes there. Now, whenever I see one of these posts, I send Pyrospite to go take care of the garbage. I'm surprised I haven't been caught yet. And that's it. That's literally the entire story. That's it.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm keeping. So, Greeley Reef, we all thought...
You usually only find bloodstains.
Police... oh my god, not even bloodhounds anymore. Some people have dragons.
Yeah.
Police and their partners in burning crime.
The thing is, Pyrospite could be out for could go cross country. So literally,
dude, he could go across the world.
Yeah.
Actually, no, he couldn't, because some people would probably have anti-air.
Yeah. So
they're like, no, I don't want dragons here.
Yeah, we don't take.
I don't want unlicensed dragon immigrants here. Placing their partners in burning crime, show up to the scene, and only see burn marks.
Yeah, it's just scratch and burn marks. So
only
you
see
can't
scratch and burn marks, and they are undetectable. They're and they can't be traced.
Yeah, not efficiently.
Yet.
Yeah.
Because the dragons like dragon fire. Any dragon can breathe fire. It's not like a genetic fire.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the whole story. We all thought that those dragon bones were fake, but they turned out to be real. A paleontologist's biologist friend, Dr. Draco Malfoy, discovered that these bones were authentic, and they worked to bring them back from the grave. After a few failed experiments, they finally succeeded in resurrecting these glorious beasts from the afterlife, and the project was a complete success. Now, dragons roam the earth, and all of them are pretty passive. After this event, some people will suddenly gain the ability to talk to these dragons, and special bonds were formed between. Some people just had these as friends, someone to talk to, and transport them to faraway lands. Others started businesses with dragons, which could feel worse, such as the forage or cargo haulers. However, some took a much darker turn, and in remote countries they took over the government. I was kinda like that. Me and my dragon power sprite lived in an apartment, and I loved going on Tumblr. I somehow got hooked from all these post stories my friend Andrew told me about, and yeah. Now, I follow a decent amount, and every once in a while,
every occasional occasion, Andrew.
Yeah.
Put that in right now.
Occasion. I spelt them wrong both times.
Every occasional occasion.
I stumble a pun. I need actually a pun. And now I follow a decent amount of people, and I follow a decent amount, and every occasional occasion I stumble upon a post that I just hate with a burning passion. Power Spy happens have a unique ability, and they trace where the message comes from and go there. Now, whenever I get one of these posts, I send Power Spy to go take care of the garbage. I'm surprised I haven't been caught yet. Police and their partners in burning crime show up to the scene, and we'll see scratch and burn marks, and they can't be traced yet. That's the story. First story of the first podcast. Aw, yeah.
Yee. Second story of the
Okay. So, now on to the news. What's gonna be, what japes are we gonna be sending this news article's way? What, in news japes, in our section news japes, what are we gonna be sending?
Okay, so here's the one I found that just kind of was like, excuse me? Hilarious moment, sheep are thrown into a muddy lake for a good scrub by a farmer. The pictures. Yeah.
Oh god, ow, my ears. I can just say this is the best way of getting mid and dust off the beasts as they're washed. It's just
literally
the guy like it's a picture of like a darker skinned man, and there's a sheep in the air. I assume being thrown into the.
Yeah, one of the last two pictures are him like chaos dunking goats into the water.
Okay. Oh my god. It really is. It's bath time for these bath time. Oh my god, for these sheep. But this farmer has an incredibly unusual way of washing his woolly pals. As the sheep lie up behind him, the farmer picks them up one by one and tosses them straight into the muddy lake for a scrub. After their abrupt bath, the sheep trudged back out of the water, looking better ragged but otherwise unharmed. The baffling scene was caught on camera by Indian photographer Siddharth Fama during a trip to the small rural village of Rajapur. According to Siddharth,
it's not French, Andrew.
Shut up. Siddharth, the bizarre practice is so the farmer can get rid of any dust on the sheep to make them easier to shear. And there's just pictures of he's suplexing them. Or it looks like a suplex. It's literally just him just tossing them. Siddharth 25 said, "This was a new and interesting thing to see, which I never imagined I'd see with my own eyes. But for the farmer, it was a natural process. I will never forget about this unbelievable experience. Without doubt, I'll be able to see again."
Yeah,
this guy.
So he's throwing them. It literally says into a muddy lake.
It doesn't make sense. How is it easier to get mud off of something they just threw into the mud?
Yeah, exactly. It's ridiculous.
Also, clearing off the dust. I'm pretty sure it's like to shear. Yeah, you'll be clearing off dust, but you're gonna pick up like everything else that's in the mud.
Yeah.
It's like, are you freaking serious? Oh my god. Welp. Oh, wow! I was not prepared. This sheep throwing man. I was unprepared for this, Brayden. I have to say, I was not expecting this today. I didn't think this is what I could put up with. Rather, I can't talk. Okay. To end it off,
I'm going to lyrics? Sing. Yes, I do.
We gotta do it together. We gotta do it together. All right. 3, 2,
Andrew,
what?
We can't. The audio won't stack correctly, remember?
No, it will. It'll be fine. We can still sing together. I'm not going to play it. We're just going to sing.
But like, us singing, it's going to be slightly off.
It'll be fine. It won't matter. No one's going to care. Okay. Now, 3, 2, 1.
Now this is a story all about how my life...
Okay, let's not.
I told you, Andrew.
Okay, fine. Let's drop these sick beats. Boom.
Okay. Boom. Now this is a story all about how my life got turned upside down, and I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there, and I'll tell you how I became the prince of a town called the Bel Air. Okay, in West Philadelphia, born and raised... Or wait, do you want to sing that verse?
How about every other verse? In the West Philadelphia, born and raised, and the playground was where I spent most of my days. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool, and all shooting some b-ball outside of the school. When a couple of guys were up to no good, started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got in one little fight, my mom got scared. She said, "You're moving with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air."
I begged and pleaded with her day after day, but she packed my suitcase and sent me on my way. She gave me a kiss and then she gave me my ticket. I put my Walkman on and said, I might as well kick it.
First class, yo, this is bad. Drinking orange juice out of a champagne glass. Is this what the people of Bel Air living like? This might be alright.
But wait, I hear the prissy, Burgoyous, all that. Is this the type of place that they just send this cool cat? I don't think so. I'll see when we get there. I hope they're prepared for the Prince of Bel Air.
Well, the plane landed, and when I came out, there was a dude who looked like a cop standing there with my name out. I ain't trying to get arrested yet, just got here. I sprang with the quickness like lightning, disappeared.
I whistled for a cab, and when it came near, the license plate said fresh, and it had a dice in the mirror. If anything, I could say that this cab was rare, but I thought, nah, forget it. You're home to Bel Air.
I pull up to the house about 7 or 8, and I yell to the cabin, yo, home, smell you later. I looked at my kingdom, I was finally there to sit on my throne as the Prince of Bel Air. And that's it for that is it for this freaking podcast. I hope you all enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.
Yee.
Yee.
Yee. Yee. Yee. Yee. Yee.